Should we play normal, challenging, or hard? Well, I am not the best at racing games, and especially not at sim racing, so I think hard is not for me. Challenging, I guess? We can try challenging. Let me know if the game is too loud. It's a bit loud for me, but I don't want car damage because I'll crash into everything. Rules and flags, immersive. Let's just try this.
Previously in Breaking Point.
Sounds okay?
Please tell us, how
Good.
does it feel to be on the verge of getting behind the wheel for your very first race?
I feel like a little kid. I look around and I'm surrounded by my heroes.
And tell me about Casper Ackerman. How is that relationship coming along?
It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it then?
He tried to stop them from signing you. Didn't want to play babysitter. We all feel sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with him.
I had a call this morning from Christian Horner. You're being watched.
You know what his problem is, don't you? Thinks you're getting too old.
You want respect, you give respect.
Is there a story behind the racing?
How about you earn
Yes.
it first? I'm done. You
This is
won.
the story, I think.
I'm
This is a
retiring.
recap of the previous story, which I haven't played because it wasn't in the previous version.
Want me on the team.
Didn't I? And you thought I was past my best.
So none of this is true.
There's always.
So I don't know the story.
And ever since he's arrived, it's been one man at the center of it all. I want us to push for fourth.
It's an F121? Yeah, I think so too.
Butler. And I want that seat to go to you.
So Alfa Romeo potentially on track to really upset Alpha Tauri here. Butler's closing in on Ackerman. Down the inside he goes, and they hit each other. Butler into
It's
the
a brutal
barrier,
crash.
and that looks to be the end of the race for him. The Dutchman looks to be continuing, and
It's great to see him still in this fight, Crofty.
Go for third, Aiden. What about Casper?
We let Aiden pass.
Let Aiden pass.
We did it.
We did it. Have you seen the crash yet?
Butler's okay?
Bruised ego, perhaps.
We're starting with Miami. Several races into the 22 season. Chapter 1. A new era for Formula 1. An overhaul of the technical regulations marks the first major update to the sport for several years, but it's not only the new cars that are turning heads down in the paddock. So it started in 22, last year?
What was it like bringing a brand new team to the F1 grid?
You know, the first time you see a car, your car, with your branding, your name on it, in an official race, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, that's what it's all about.
You make it sound like a dream come true.
If only.
When did you first get a sense of what was
The CR team boss.
2022 season, straight out of the box. The drivers were always going to clash. That was a calculated risk. But the car had problems.
we're midway through the Miami Grand Prix. It's been a cracking race so far, and it's all up for grabs.
Absolutely, Crofty. Some fantastic driving here today, especially, I have to say, from Aiden Jackson. I don't think I've ever seen the Connor Sport car being put through its paces quite like this.
This is a team, Connor Sport, that have got a lot to prove this season, but Jackson might just be the man to do it.
Primary objective, finish the race. Okay, don't crash.
Okay, Aiden, nice job so far. Let's try and bring that gap down to the car ahead if you can. Copy that.
Yeah, I know the Miami track. think I can do it. Ooh, the car feels way different. Laid on the bricks. Wow, okay. This feels way different. Way more slippery. Just have to be careful. Corner 1 is crashed? No, I didn't crash. It's close though. Okay, we overtook Sonoda, that's nice. Let's overtake Schumacher. Let's go for a very inside on Alonso. I think that's barely legal. This feels surprisingly different from the previous iteration of the game. Norris and Bottas in front of us. That will make the McLaren fan in chat happy. We have DRS. Maybe we can do... I think that's risky. Oh, that is my fault, I think. Sliding so much. Okay, nice. Let's try and catch Hamilton. That's way too early on the brakes.
You're in the top 10 now. Keep it
Oh, nice. We had the fastest lap. Gasly and Hamilton almost crashing. Use flashback? What's that? Oh, it's the... We're not doing too bad. Thank you. Although the game told me to use a flashback, which is basically travel back in time. So you can fix your mistakes. Car feels so different. I'm actually surprised. Ooh, I think I touched Hamilton. Sketch Gasly.
Good job, nice overtake.
We have DRS now. We're on the soft seas on mediums, so we should have the pace advantage. Way too late on the brakes, but we got him. I think, no we don't. Not yet, but now we do. The previous cars of 2022 felt way more sluggish and heavy. This feels responsive but very prone to more to oversteer. I think the last year had some understeer issues, I think. It's a bit wide. But when you had oversteer in 22, it was very difficult to correct.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 7.9 seconds.
7 seconds before our teammate. Great. Let's see if we can catch Perez in the best car of last year. This, I touched him again, same as Hamilton. Push him out of the way gently. Nice, we got him. Next up, Russell. Do you feel the porpoising? Maybe that's why I'm not doing so great in the corners. Although porpoising is more a straight line thing, I guess. Nice, we're catching Russell. We're not in DRS. Close though. Yeah, imagine if the game would simulate porpoising. Maybe it does for when you have one of those nice racing rigs, one of those chairs, you actually bounce around. Oh, we have DRS. Okay, we can catch him. Whoops. Always hit them in the tires at the back to let them know that you're there. That's what real F1 drivers do anyway. Sainz is 7 seconds ahead. We're on P4, wow.
And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Ooh, that's a bad chicane. Oof. I guess we also have the advantage because we're on soft. What's happening? Us? No, that's not us, right?
I'm losing power! Why am I losing power? Copy that, we see it. We're looking into it. Okay, I'm afraid you're gonna have to retire the car, please, Aiden. Retire the car.
What?
You're joking! I'm sorry, Aiden. Pull over now, please. Pull over now. This is getting ridiculous.
And that's agonising for Jackson. Just a few laps left to go, and he's out of the Miami Grand Prix.
With every race, the car looks like a constant problem for Connor Sport. It must be devastating for the drivers.
Confirmation as the car comes to a halt.
Are we driving for Ferrari or what is this?
Won't be seeing the checkered flag today, but it looks like his teammate will. Jackson's DNF puts Devon Butler in a position where he might just be able to secure some points for Connor Sport.
Aiden's out. Yep, engine problem, I'm afraid.
Good job you got me.
All right, Devon, don't push it too hard. We cannot risk losing both cars here.
Ah, watch him crash now.
All okay, Aiden? Yeah, how's Devon doing? Yeah, he's doing all right, mate. He looks like he's going to bring home some points for the team. Good for him.
Man, no yellow flag? Or virtual safety car or something? Miami Grand Prix, the post-race. Frustration. An engine issue forces Connor Sport's Aiden Jackson to retire from the Miami Grand Prix only a few laps from the end of the race.
If it's not one thing, then it's another. Did you not see what happened out there today?
Aiden, I agree with you 100%. We are doing everything we can. I know the car is not perfect, but...
Andreo, it's every race. Do you know how I look losing easy points like this?
Knock, knock. Sounds like there's a right show going on in here. What am I missing?
Not now, Devon.
Aiden and I were just discussing issues with the car.
Again? I thought that was all in hand. I had no problems today. Smooth. You know what they say? A shoddy workman always blames his tools.
Wow.
Mate,
Sounds like a fun team environment.
Update at any time you want. I've told you that. It might help.
And I've told you before. It's not a setup issue. The problem is...
Jackson, That was the problem with the 2022 season. Ask anyone. I mean, at the end of 21, everyone thought Aiden was going to be signed by one of the big three. But guess they couldn't reach an agreement, so we both signed for Connor Sport.
And do you think that affected Aiden?
That's no secret. Now, for that 22 season, Jackson was a nightmare.
Hub. I'll return to the hub between story events. We can check news, social, blah blah blah. I receive phone calls from other characters throughout the course of Breaking Point 2. The character you control in these hubs can change from visit to visit. Oh, so we can play different characters. Performance and reputation. From here, you'll also be able to check the level of your performance and reputation. These new additions to Breaking Point 2 will fluctuate based on your actions, both on and off track. Gaining a high level in each rating will result in a wider range of responses available in both press interviews and department events. Performance is related to how you perform. Well, makes sense. Will be affected by finishing position and if you get the fastest race. Reputation is media fans and F1 World. Responding to your actions. News, social, emails, and phone calls can all be impacted by your actions in Breaking Point 2. Okay. News. Uphill struggles at Connor Sport. The challenges of setting up a Formula 1 team. Getting a phone call?
Aiden, hey, I wanted to give you a heads up. Now look, the crew has shared the latest telemetry data with us.
Fine, but I don't think it will tell me anything I don't already know.
Just humor me, okay? I'd like you to go through it. Let me know if anything jumps out. I'm keen to iron out these problems as quickly as possible for you.
Sure thing. Thanks, Andrea.
No thanks needed. I've got your back, Aiden. Remember what I said when you joined the team. I won't let you down. Ackerman wouldn't let me hear the end of it.
Yeah, sounds like Casper. You know he told me the same, right? It's just tricky, what with the car and Devin poking his nose in any chance he gets.
There is a lot going on for sure, but we're a team. We'll get there. I'll have a word with the Devin. Tell him to give you some space, both on and off the track, okay?
Yeah, alright. Good luck with that.
Cool. Some stories. I'm not going to read through all of them. Social. We are Aiden Jackson, a Formula 1 driver for Connor Sport, based in London, UK. Is there anything I can do here? Just people supporting me and also not supporting me. Received emails. Davidoff Butler. Is he the... Yeah, he's the CEO of Butler Global. I guess he's our main sponsor. And team principal doing his job. Let's go to the next chapter. The Canadian Grand Prix 6 weeks later. Oh, the Canadian qualifying is today, I think, and the Grand Prix is tomorrow. Connor Sport's maiden season continues to be marked by inconsistency, but team principal Andrea Connor remains hopeful that their luck will start to change as the paddock heads to Montreal. You're the boss. Cool. Throughout the course of Breaking Point 2, you'll not only be controller drivers, but also Connor Sport's team principal, Andrea Connor. During these visits to the team data center, Andrea will have to make difficult decisions covering a range of topics during department events. How you choose to respond to these events will have a direct effect on many things, such as performance and reputation. They may even affect bonus objectives for upcoming races. Make him resign? Already we just saw one race.
Hey boss, got a couple of minutes?
Local media. With this being their home circuit, Stroll and Latifi have been all over the local media this week. One particular outlet appeared bent on using our recent struggles to pump up the expectations of the home drivers. They indicated that Connor Sport were easy fodder for the Canadian pair and that our drivers shouldn't put up much competition. Should we be confident or should we ignore it? I think we should be confident. I think we should at least be able to beat Latifi. What do you think? Confident will maybe turn out bad. Yeah, but imagine if we beat both Latifi and Stroll though. Let's try confident, no? Fodder will show them who's fodder. And yeah, if it turns out bad, then so be it. Devon was on popular streamer's channel early this week and promised a behind-the-scenes tour of our factory for next Thursday. This clashes with our scheduled team building days for the engineers back at the factory. Normally I would say we don't let Devon slide to fancy interview with our plans, but that video was received a lot of views. The streamer had contacted us to confirm the tour. What course of action would you like to take? Should we reschedule the team building? Shall we cancel the team building? Or should we decline the tour? I think I would... Depends. I think we have some bad press at the moment, so I assume that it would be good to... You would decline, you don't want shitty pit stops. That's a good point. Let's see. You don't want shitty pit stops. Okay, let's decline. Cancel the tour. I guess, yeah. Now we're Connor. I'm not gonna read all this. I wanna get through. Okay, we have a phone call from Devon.
Andreo! Just going over those last-minute strategy changes you sent over.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to make it clear, whatever happens out there today, I get pit priority, yeah?
Well, we'll see how the race
Wow.
develops. If you need priority, you'll get it. But I can't go into the race with that on the table.
Look. We all know Jackson's not pulling his weight. Now, if you want the points, I need to make sure he's not going to get in my way. Do you get me?
Devon, we've talked about this. Give Aiden some space. It's not about you getting in the way of each other. It's about everyone pulling together, racing as a team.
Of course, yeah. So, pit priority, yeah? All right, ciao.
Devon seems like a fun guy. He seems like a shit teammate. But I like the team principle though. He seems quite chill.